So let's give a big, fat, warm round of applause for Dave Edwards.
Thanks for all coming tonight. That's Joe Nelms. Big hand for Joe Nelms. I don't know who the hell he is, so that's fine. Just by round of applause, how many of you are here to see me tonight, huh? Yeah. Cheap applause, I realize, but that's fine. Listen, I like to get to know my audience a little bit better, so just by round of applause again. Anybody married out there in the audience? Just by round of applause. Two married folks. You're married? How long are you married?
3 years.
3 years? 3 years is not that much time. Actually, my grandparents, I don't know if you know, my grandparents just celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary. 60 years together. Can you even imagine being together for that long a period of time? What do you say to each other after you're together for that long a period of time? What do you want to do today? Kill you. But I'm married. I'm married for 3 years. And, thanks, honey. But, you know, I love being married. It really, really sucked when I was single. I remember when I was single, my only sexual outlet was I used to call these 900 numbers all the time, the 900 numbers. My advice to you about 900 numbers, though? Don't call them. Much too expensive. Next time, try dialing a 901 number. I'm sure there's some people in Western Tennessee that wouldn't mind talking to you. They're great conversationalists. What am I wearing? Overalls. Who's this? No, I'm not your soulmate. But I remember when I was single, I used to go out with some pretty wild women. Actually, I had a girlfriend once. I remember I took her back to my place, and I left her alone. I went out to go out and get some champagne. I came back. She's all lying on the bed. She's tied up with ropes and everything. And I start taking off my clothes, and she says, "What are you doing, asshole? We've been robbed." Oh, she was really wild, though. She was really wild. I remember we used to go back to my place, and she used to take off all her clothes, which was fantastic, except I lived with my parents. But now I have a kid, you know, my wife and I really don't get out to go to the movies that often. We end up watching a lot of videos on the VCR. You probably do this. You go home, you watch videos. I end up watching like old movies that I've seen hundreds and hundreds of times. And try this next time. You watch a movie you've seen many times, and try watching it backwards on the VCR, because you have that option. You watch it in reverse. It gives the movie a whole new look to it. Like The Godfather becomes a very upbeat film. The Godfather becomes a film about a family of mobsters that loses all their money and power, gradually loses all their money. They have to move back to Italy. And Jaws is a really funny film. Jaws actually becomes a film about a giant shark that keeps throwing up people until they open the beach. You can give me some more applause on that one, Nick. We're here, obviously, in New York City, and obviously, in New York State. Now, New York State, about a year ago, got the death penalty, which I guess is kind of a hassle, I guess, because now if you want to kill someone, you have to go up to New Hampshire or down to New Jersey. Need a little bit more on that. Keep going. I'm just a shill on that one. I actually have some, just about everyone here from my agency. I have some clients in the Midwest. You may know of them. I go out to the Midwest a lot, and I just got back in the Midwest, actually. They call it the Heartland. The Heartland. They call it the Heartland. You know why? Because the brain isn't there. I just got back from Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio, the only city people from Cleveland are eligible to make fun of. But I wanted to find out what people lived in Cleveland, in Akron. So I took a poll. 50% of the people said they lived in Akron because they couldn't sell their homes. But the other 50% are in the Federal Witness Protection Program. But I actually went to Kentucky on the same trip, but I got into kind of a hassle into Kentucky. I got caught smuggling books into Kentucky. I got off on a technicality no one could prove they were books, so. What else is bugging me? You ever go into, this happens all the time. Why is it that people that work in record stores act like they're rock and roll stars? You ever get this? You walk in there, and you're checking out the CD, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're still listening to this crap? Yeah, you're still making $3.50 an hour, loser?" But not many people know this, actually. About 2 weeks ago, I got into a really bad car accident. Man, that's really bad. But I'm okay. Thank God for my airbag. That's all I can say. I had a friend who was riding in the car with me, and all he can say is, "Pudding!" Right, it's driver's side only. My car, I get the whole airbag. Those airbags are fast, though. And I didn't even know what happened. It must have hit me. 0.2 of a second, the thing goes off in my face. It knocks my pot and my papers right out of my hand. I didn't know what happened. It's a good thing I wasn't practicing the clarinet. It would have killed me. But you know what the kicker is? After the accident, they charge you $1,200 to repack an airbag. Can you imagine? $1,200. I paid $1,200. I have insurance.
Hello?
Sorry?
Hello?
I just had my annual physical. You know, I'm getting to be close to 30 years old. I start going to the annual physical. Doctor always asks you the same questions. Do you drink? Do you take drugs? Just say yes to everything. Do you drink, sir? Yes, I do, doctor. Well, how much? Tremendous amounts. Well, about how much? I'm going to black out right now, doc. I'm not really sure. You take drugs? Uh-huh. What kind? What do you got? They always ask you about your diet. You know, just next time make up the most horrible thing you can ever think of. Well, doc, for breakfast I woke up, had a dozen eggs, 6 pounds of cheese, had a pound of bacon, a few Slim Jims, and a Boston cream pie. Then I smoked a pack of cigarettes and went outside, jogged uphill for an hour. I got home, I had a box of salt, but 4 sticks of butter. I took a handful of Valium and went and sat in the car with the engine running in the garage. I'm absolutely feel terrible, Doc. You think you can X-ray me for about an hour and a half? I guess it's on, huh? But anybody ever get pulled over for speeding? I'm sure you get pulled over for speeding, right? Right? What the cop always asking you, what's your hurry? He's heard everything in the book. You might as well make something up. What's your hurry? I'm on my way to buy a hat. A what? A hat. I need a hat. Sir, you were speeding to get a hat? Yes, my head is freezing. Sir, step out of the car. No, officer, come sit with me. Come on, we'll go to the mall. We'll pick out a hat together. Then we'll go to my place. We'll take a bath. A what? A bath. We'll take a bath together. You ever want to get rid of anybody? Just ask them if they want to take a bath. You know, someone comes to the door, tries to sell you something. Oh, hi. What do you got? Oh, encyclopedias? I think I need a set. Why don't you come in? We'll take a bath. We'll talk about it, huh? No, come on. Take your pants off. Hop in the tub right now. I got 2 cops up there now. Come on, let's go. I love you. Where are you going? But I think the great thing about being married or living with someone, as many of you know, is if you're taking a bath or a shower and you discover that you've forgotten your towel, you can always ask, you can always yell for one and hope that someone will bring you a towel. But usually, sometimes they don't really hear that well. Honey, I need a towel. What? I need a towel. What? Towel? What does she think I'm yelling? Bring me a bowling ball and a tuna fish sandwich. Bring me the wedding album and a pair of scissors. I need a towel. She always comes in, don't yell. The whole world needs to know that you need a towel? I'm going to stand there dripping wet. Towel, I need a towel. But you ever be taking a shower, and sometimes all of a sudden you think you hear someone breaking into the house. You ever do this? And what do? Right, it happens to you. What do? You announce that you're in the shower. This is like the worst possible thing you can do. You're in the shower. Hello? Who's there? I'm in the shower. Hey, murderer, I'm in the shower, murderer. Bring me a towel. I've actually gotten out of the shower and walked around to see if someone actually broke into my house. Imagine this, I'm walking around the house, I'm dripping naked, I'm dripping wet, I'm naked. What would happen if I ever came face to face with the person that broke into my house? What would I say to him? Want to take a bath? Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for coming.
Wow, Dave Edwards. Keep it going for Dave, huh? Quite possibly the funniest man in advertising.